Captain Caleb Holt adjusted the ill-fitting combat harness the Zanari had thrust upon him, its straps digging into his shoulders. "This is absurd," he muttered, glancing at diplomat Mara Quinn, who fiddled with her ceremonial sash. The Zanari embassy's prep chamber hummed with alien tech, its walls pulsing faintly blue. "I'm a shuttle pilot, not a beast tamer." Quinn sighed, her voice strained. "Caleb, the Zanari only respect strength. Their ritual of Fang demands one champion per species to face their sacred predators. It's how they ratify alliances." Holt snorted, checking the blunt vibro-axe they'd given him. "And I'm the champion because—" Quinn met his eyes, apologetic. "You're the only one with combat training who survived their neuropulse test." Holt grimaced. "Survived? My flight implant glitched, that's all. Kept me conscious when their test knocked out the Marines." Quinn shrugged. "They call it marked by the storm." "You're it." Holt tossed the axe between hands, testing its weight. "Great. What's the catch?" "No human's ever done this," Quinn admitted, checking her tablet. "The Zanari's predators are intense. Survive 5 minutes per beast, 3 rounds. Don't die." Holt raised an eyebrow. "Comforting. Odds of not dying?" Quinn hesitated. "AI sims give you 38% for minor injuries." Holt groaned. "Fleet owes me a medal for this." A bone-rattling horn blared, and the chamber's massive doors creaked open, revealing a vast arena of black stone under a crimson sky. Thousands of Zanari, tall, furred, with clawed limbs, roared from tiered seats. Quinn stepped back. "That's you. The Alliance hinges on this, Caleb. Billions of lives." Holt gripped the axe. "No pressure, then." "If I croak, tell Command I want a statue," he quipped, striding toward the arena. The noise hit like a wave, Zanari growls and chants overwhelming his translation chip. The arena spanned 150 meters, its floor scarred with claw marks. High above, the Zanari matriarch watched, her silver mane glinting, flanked by advisors. Holt reached a raised platform, barely a meter wide, where he'd make his stand. A voice boomed, thick with Zanari accent. "Behold Caleb Holt, human of terror, storm-marked. He faces the Fang's chosen." The crowd roared. Holt muttered, "Not my usual Tuesday." Could he survive the beasts and prove humanity's worth, or would the Zanari's ritual crush him? Caleb Holt stood on the arena's platform, the Zanari crowd's roars vibrating through his boots. The vibro-axe hummed faintly in his grip, more showpiece than weapon. Diplomat Quinn's words echoed. "Survive 5 minutes per beast, 3 rounds." The crimson sky of Zynar Prime loomed, and the matriarch's piercing gaze pinned him from her elevated throne. The horn blared again, and the announcer's voice thundered, "First challenger, the Iron Claw of the Ashen Wastes." A gate across the arena rumbled open, releasing a beast the size of a tank. It was all muscle and scale, with 6 legs ending in curved talons that sparked against the stone. Its maw gaped, revealing rows of serrated teeth. "Fantastic," Holt muttered, activating his flight implant's reflex mode. The world sharpened, his pulse steadying as the implant boosted his reaction time. The Iron Claw charged, faster than its bulk suggested, talons gouging the floor. Holt had seconds to act. The axe wouldn't dent that hide. He crouched, eyes locked on the beast. It leaped, jaws wide. Holt dove off the platform, rolling as the Iron Claw crashed where he'd stood, cracking stone. The crowd gasped, then roared. Amused or impressed, he couldn't tell. Holt scrambled up, axe ready. The beast wheeled, slower now, eyeing him. "Not so tough when you miss, huh?" he taunted, circling. The Iron Claw snarled, stalking him. Holt's implant pinged, mapping its movements. It lunged again, but he sidestepped, using the platform as cover. The crowd's chant grew rhythmic like a pulse. The beast hesitated, sniffing the air, then, shockingly, lowered its head, talons retracting. Holt blinked. "What the?" The announcer boomed. "The Iron Claw yields. The human storm mark holds." The crowd erupted, half in awe, half in disbelief. Holt climbed back onto the platform, wary. That was too easy. Quinn, watching from the chamber's edge, signalled, "Stay sharp." The gate opened again. Second challenger, the shadow coil of the Night Gorge. A serpentine creature slithered out, its scales shimmering like oil, eyes glowing amber. It moved silently, coiling around the platform's base. Holt gripped the axe tighter. Snakes now? Really? The shadow coil reared, fangs dripping venom, ready to strike. Could Holt outlast this predator? Or was the Iron Claw's surrender a fluke? The shadow coil circled Caleb Holt's platform, its amber eyes locked on him. The Zanari Arena's black stone gleamed under the crimson sky, the crowd's chants a low growl. His vibroaxe buzzed, useless against the serpent's fluid speed. 5 minutes, Holt reminded himself, implant humming as it heightened his senses. The shadow coil struck, fangs bared, faster than a blink. Holt leaped backward, barely clearing the platform's edge, landing hard on the arena floor. The crowd roared, thrilled. The serpent's head smashed into the platform, splintering stone. Holt rolled to his feet, heart pounding. "Nice try, slippery," he gasped, dodging as it coiled for another strike. He sprinted, using scattered boulders for cover. The shadow coil pursued, its body a blur, tail lashing. Holt's implant pinged, tracking its pattern. Strike, coil, repeat. He ducked behind a rock, baiting it. The serpent lunged, Holt dove left, its fangs grazing the boulder. The crowdie's chant shifted, sharper, almost reverent. Holt scrambled back to the platform, axe raised. The shadow coil paused, coils tightening, then, impossibly, lowered its head, eyes dimming. It slithered back toward its gate, submissive. The announcer's voice shook. "The shadow coil yields to the storm-marked human." The Zanari crowd surged, some standing, others bowing. Holt panted, confused. 2 for 2? What's going on?" Diplomat Quinn, at the arena's edge, looked stunned, her tablet clutched tight. The matriarch leaned forward, her silver mane catching the light, whispering to an advisor. Holt's implant buzzed, a faint signal, not Zanari tech, pulsing from the arena's core. He frowned, shaking it off. One beast left. The final gate groaned open. Third challenger, the Storm Reaver of the Sky Tombs. A massive creature emerged, part raptor, part nightmare, with jagged wings and a beak that sparked with static. Its claws gouged the stone, and its roar shook the air. Holt gripped the axe, implant maxed. "All right, big bird, let's dance." The Storm Reaver didn't charge. It stalked, wings flaring, static crackling. Holt's implant screamed warnings. This one wasn't like the others. The crowd fell silent, the matriarch's gaze intense. Could Holt survive the deadliest beast, or was the strange submission of the others a setup for his fall? The Storm Reaver loomed over Caleb Holt, its jagged wings casting shadows across the Zanari arena. Static arced from its beak, singeing the black stone. The crowd was hushed, the matriarch's silver mane glinting as she watched. Holt's vibroaxe felt like a toy against this raptor-like beast. His flight implant pulsed, sharpening his reflexes. 5 minutes. Just survive. The Storm Reaver screeched, lunging with claws that could shred steel. Holt dove off the platform, skidding across the floor as talons raked the air. The crowd gasped, then roared, their chants a fevered pulse. Holt rolled behind a boulder, the beast's beak sparking inches away. "Too close," he muttered, scrambling up. He darted between rocks, the Storm Reaver stalking, wings snapping. His implant mapped its moves, deliberate, not frenzied like the others. It wasn't just a predator, it was calculating. Holt baited it, feinting left, then sprinting right. The beast pivoted, faster than he'd expected, its claw grazing his harness, tearing straps. Holt stumbled, axe slipping. The crowd's chant spiked, almost worshipful. He grabbed the axe, climbing back to the platform. The Storm Reaver circled below, eyes glowing like storm clouds. Holt's implant buzzed again, that strange signal from the arena's core, stronger now, syncing with his neural tech. "What the hell?" he whispered. The beast leaped, wings flaring. Holt dropped flat, its claws scraping the platform. He rolled, swinging the axe, not to strike, but to distract. The Storm Reaver froze, staring, then unbelievably knelt, wings folding, head bowed. The arena exploded in chaos, Zanari screaming, some falling to their knees. The announcer stammered, "The Storm Reaver submits. The human is Storm chosen." Holt stood, breathless, as Diplomat Quinn gaped from the sidelines. The matriarch rose, her advisors scrambling. Holt's implant surged, the alien signal flooding his mind with fragmented images, ancient Zanari, human-like figures, a glowing device. He clutched his head, staggering. Quinn rushed in, grabbing his arm. "Caleb, what happened? They're calling you a god." "I don't know," Holt gasped, shaking off the visions. "Something's in my implant. Arena tech, maybe." The matriarch descended, her voice a low growl through his translator. "Storm chosen. You've awakened the Fang's truth." Holt's gut twisted. Could he unravel the mystery behind the beast's submission? Or was he now a pawn in an alien prophecy? Caleb Holt stood in the Zanari arena, the Storm Reaver's submission still rippling through the crowd. The matriarch loomed before him, her silver mane shimmering, claws clicking. "Storm chosen," she growled, translator buzzing. "Your blood speaks to the Fang's heart." Holt's flight implant throbbed, alien signals pulsing, images of ancient tech, human shadows. He gripped his vibroaxe, wary. Diplomat Quinn whispered, "Caleb, they're rewriting the alliance terms, calling you a herald." Holt shot her a look. "Herald? I just dodged some oversized pets." The matriarch's eyes narrowed. "No dodge. The beasts kneel to the spark within you." She gestured to a stone altar rising from the arena's center, etched with glyphs. Holt's implant pinged, syncing with the altar's faint glow. "That's the signal," he muttered. Quinn frowned. "What signal?" Before he could answer, the matriarch beckoned. "Approach, human. Prove the spark." The crowd chanted, reverent, as guards flanked him. Holt glanced at Quinn. "If this goes south, get the shuttle ready." He stepped to the altar, its glyphs pulsing in time with his implant. The matriarch raised a claw, revealing a crystal shard, storm blue, crackling. "The Fang's heart," she intoned. "Touch it." Holt hesitated, his implant screaming warnings. The visions surged, human-like figures crafting the shard, Zanari bowing. "Screw it," he said, pressing his palm to the crystal. A jolt shot through him, implant overloading. Data flooded his mind. Schematics, star charts, a network of ancient relays. The arena's lights flickered. The crowd gasped. The matriarch knelt, shocking her advisors. "The heart awakens," she roared. Quinn rushed forward, tablet buzzing. "Caleb, your implant's broadcasting. Fleet's picking it up." Holt pulled his hand back, head spinning. "Broadcasting what?" Quinn showed him. Relay coordinates, tech blueprints, labelled Storm Network. "This is old," she said. "Pre-Zanari." Holt's jaw tightened. "And tied to humans?" The matriarch rose. "Your kind forged the heart, then vanished. You returned to claim it." The crowd's worshipful chant grew deafening. Holt muttered, "I'm no prophet." But the implant's data was real. Tech that could shift galactic power. Quinn's eyes widened. "Fleet's demanding a debrief. This changes everything." The matriarch's gaze burned. "Lead us, Storm Chosen, or others will seize the heart." Could Holt navigate this ancient legacy, or would it spark a galactic race? Caleb Holt stood by the Zanari altar, the Fang's heart crystal dimming in his hand. The arena's crowd chanted, "Storm Chosen," as the matriarch's words echoed, "Lead us, or others will seize the heart." His flight implant hummed, still processing the ancient data, relay networks, star charts, tech beyond human ken. Diplomat Quinn clutched her tablet, eyes wide. "Caleb! Fleet's freaking out. They want you on the TSS Vanguard now." Holt rubbed his temple. "For what? I'm a pilot, not a space messiah." Quinn showed him the tablet, decoded schematics labeled Storm Relay Alpha. This could power entire systems or weapons. The Zanari think you're meant to control it. The matriarch stepped closer, claws clicking. The heart's network spans galaxies. Your touch woke it. Others will hunt it. A Zanari advisor hissed, skeptical. A human? The Ancient's heir? Holt shot back. I didn't ask for this. Your beasts knelt, not me. The matriarch's mane flared. The spark in you is no accident. Come, see the vault. She gestured to a tunnel beneath the arena. Quinn whispered, This is big, Caleb. Go. Holt followed, vibroax slung over his shoulder, Quinn and guards trailing. The tunnel led to a chamber lined with humming panels, ancient tech pulsing like the altar. A hollow display flickered, showing a galaxy-wide grid, nodes blinking. Holt's implant synced, more visions, human-like builders, Zanari allies, a war that shattered the network. This is real, he breathed. The matriarch pointed to a central console. The heart's key. Only your spark activates it. Holt approached, implant buzzing. He touched the console. It flared, projecting new coordinates, hidden relays, dormant for millennia. Quinn gasped. That's uncharted space. If this leaks, every empire will race for it. The advisor growled, He's untested. A risk. Holt spun. Risk? I survived your arena. Trust me or lose your precious heart. The matriarch nodded, silencing the advisor. Lead, Storm Chosen. We guard the vault, but you wield its power. Quinn's tablet pinged. A fleet alert. Unknown ships nearing Xina Prime. Trouble, she said. Maybe Clythar raiders, sniffing the signal. Holt's jaw set. They want the network. They'll have to go through me. The matriarch's eyes gleamed. Spoken like the ancients. Could Holt protect the heart's secrets and keep the alliance intact? Or would raiders claim the ancient power first? In the Zanari vault, Caleb Holt studied the glowing hollow display, its galaxy-wide storm network pulsing with hidden relays. His flight implant thrummed, decoding fragments of ancient human-like builders' plans. The matriarch watched, her silver mane still, while Diplomat Quinn's tablet flashed red, Clythar raider ships closing on Xina Prime. They're after the heart, Quinn said, voice tight. Holt gripped his vibroax, useless against ships but grounding. How many? Quinn checked. 3 frigates, fast. Fleet's an hour out. The matriarch growled. Clythar scum sense the network's awakening. They'll burn worlds for it. Holt's implant pinged, pulling schematics, a relay defense protocol. This vault's not just a museum, he said. It's a fortress. He tapped the console, his touch sparking it to life. Hollow panels lit up, showing orbital defenses, dormant drones, pulse cannons. Can you activate these? Quinn asked. Holt nodded, implant syncing. Think so. My spark seems to be the key. The skeptical advisor snorted. A human wielding our ancient's power? Blasphemy. The matriarch silenced him. He is chosen. Holt triggered the protocol. Outside, drones hummed, cannons charging. The vault shook. Clythar ships firing on the arena above. Quinn relayed to the TSS Vanguard. Raiders attacking. Holt's activating defenses. A Zanari guard burst in. Matriarch, the surface is breached. Holt's jaw clenched. They're not just after the heart, they're here. The matriarch bared her claws. We fight. Storm Chosen. Guard the vault. Holt glanced at Quinn. Get to the shuttle. Warn the fleet. Quinn hesitated. You can't hold this alone. Holt smirked. I've got drones and a bad attitude. Go. She nodded, sprinting out. Holt turned to the console, diverting power to cannons. His implant flooded with tactical data, Clythar weak points, relay shields. The advisor muttered, You'll fail, human. Holt shot back. Keep doubting. I'm saving your sacred vault. The matriarch roared approval, joining guards at the tunnel. Holt's fingers flew, drones engaging Clythar frigates. The hollow showed 1 ship crippled, but 2 landed troops. Footsteps echoed. Raiders nearing. Holt grabbed the axe, implant maxed. Time to earn my title. The vault's defences hummed, but Clythar were close. Could he hold the heart against raiders and prove his spark? Or would the ancient network fall to thieves? The Zanari vault trembled as Clythar raiders breached the tunnel, their plasma rifles scorching the walls. Caleb Holt stood by the console, vibroaxe in one hand, his flight implant feeding him storm network tactics. The holo display showed drones battering one Clythar frigate, but troops swarmed below the arena. The matriarch and her guards formed a line, claws bared. "Hold the heart, Storm Chosen," she roared. Holt's implant pulsed, channeling ancient defense protocols. He slammed the console, activating pulse barriers, energy walls sealing the vault's core. "That'll slow 'em," he muttered. The skeptical advisor hissed, "You'll trap us!" Holt snapped, "Better trapped than dead. Man the cannons!" The advisor obeyed, grudgingly. Clythar shouts echoed, their insectoid forms, chitinous, multi-limbed, emerging from the tunnel. Holt's implant tagged weak joints in their armor. He swung the axe, its vibe edge cracking a raider's chest. The matriarch tore into another, claws rending. "For the heart!" she bellowed. Guards fought fiercely, but more Clythar poured in. Holt dove behind a panel, rerouting drone strikes. The holo showed a second frigate limping. His cannons were working. A Clythar lunged, rifle blazing. Holt rolled, axe slicing its arm. His implant screamed, 3 raiders targeting the console. "Not today," he growled, triggering a pulse trap. Energy surged, frying their circuits. The matriarch's mane flared, bloodied but unbowed. "You fight like the ancients," Holt grinned, dodging a shot. "Just a pilot with a grudge." The advisor, at a cannon fired, blasting 2 Clythar. "Perhaps you are chosen," he admitted. Holt's implant pinged. Fleet signals, closer. "Quinn got through," he said. "Hold on." A Clythar captain, larger, with glowing mandibles, charged the console. Holt tackled it, axe sparking off its hide. His implant fed him a move. Leverage its weight. He twisted, flipping the captain into a barrier, which crackled, stunning it. The matriarch finished it, claws piercing. "Well struck, human!" The holo flickered. Drones downing the last frigate. But raiders still fought, and the console sparked, damaged. Holt's implant surged, visions of ancient defenders flashing. Humans, Zanari, united. "This is our stand," he said, rallying the guards. Could he secure the vault and its secrets, or would the Clythar overwhelm them before the fleet arrived? The Zanari vault's pulse barriers flickered, Clythar raiders pressing their attack. Caleb Holt ducked a plasma bolt, his vibroaxe humming as he guarded the damaged console. His flight implant burned with storm network data, guiding his moves. The matriarch fought beside him, her claws dripping Clythar ichor. "We hold, Storm Chosen!" she roared. Guards fell, but more raiders swarmed. Holt's implant pinged. TSS Vanguard was minutes out, drones still active. "Almost there," he grunted, slamming the console to boost barriers. A Clythar squad targeted him, rifles glowing. He dove, rolling behind a panel as shots scorched it. The advisor, manning a cannon, blasted one raider. "You're resilient, human," he conceded. "Resilient's my middle name," Holt quipped, lunging at a Clythar, axe cracking its mandible. His implant flashed, console overload imminent. Crap! He rerouted power, stabilizing it, but a raider's claw grazed his arm, tearing his harness. Pain flared. He swung back, downing it. The matriarch's mane flared. "Your spark endures." The holo showed the last Clythar frigate crashing, drones triumphant. But the vault was chaos, raiders breaching barriers. Holt's implant fed him a desperate tactic. Overload a relay to pulse the chamber. "Risky," he muttered, fingers flying. The matriarch nodded, trusting him. "Do it. Chosen." The advisor hesitated, then joined, sinking cannons. Holt triggered the pulse. Energy surged, frying Clythar circuits and knocking half unconscious. The rest faltered, guards pouncing. Holt staggered, implant sparking. Visions of ancient humans wielding the same pulse, Zanari at their side. "We were allies," he gasped. The matriarch's eyes gleamed. "And are again." A rumble shook the vault, fleet ships landing. Vanguard Marines stormed in, rifles blazing, routing the last raiders. Quinn followed, breathless. "Caleb, you held it!" Holt leaned on the console, bloodied but standing. "Told you I'd manage." The matriarch knelt, shocking all. "Storm chosen, you've saved the heart." The advisor bowed, humbled. "I doubted. No more." Holt's implant calmed, but the holo showed new signals. Alien ships, not Clythar, nearing Zynar. Quinn's tablet buzzed. "Fleet's picking up chatter. The network's awake. Everyone wants it." Holt's jaw set. Could he safeguard the heart's power and humanity's role in it? Or would new threats claim the ancient legacy? The Zenari vault stood secure. Clythar raiders defeated, their bodies littering the chamber. Caleb Holt leaned against the console, his flight implant quiet, but still humming with Storm Network data. The matriarch rose from her kneel, silver mane gleaming, as TSS Vanguard Marines cleared the area. Diplomat Quinn checked her tablet, face pale. "Caleb, 3 alien fleets, non-Clythar, are approaching Zynar. The network signal is drawing them." Holt wiped blood from his arm, vibroax at his side. "Let me guess. More treasure hunters?" The matriarch's claws clicked. "The heart's power calls to all. You, Storm Chosen, must decide its fate." Holt frowned. "Me? I'm just the guy who didn't get eaten." Quinn showed him the tablet. Relay schematics, capable of powering worlds, or weapons. "You woke it. They think you control it." The advisor, now respectful, spoke. "The ancients entrusted the heart to your kind. Protect it, or it falls to greed." Holt's implant flashed. Visions of human-like builders hiding the network to prevent war. "No pressure," he muttered. A Marine captain approached. "Ensign Holt, fleet's promoting you to lieutenant. Orders. Secure the vault. Brief command." Holt blinked. "Lieutenant? I was dodging claws an hour ago." Quinn smirked. "You're a hero now." The matriarch gestured to the holo display, showing incoming fleets, Dravix, Quilith, and Gorvani. "They'll demand the heart. Unite them or fight." Holt's jaw tightened. His implant offered a solution. Activate a relay beacon to broadcast peace terms. He tapped the console. Implant syncing. The holo flared, sending a signal galaxy-wide. "The Storm network is neutral. Join as allies or stay out." Quinn's tablet buzzed. Dravix responding, open to talks. "It's working," she said. The advisor nodded. "Your spark unites." But the Quiloth fleet accelerated, weapons hot. Holt gripped the axe. "Some need convincing." He relayed to the Vanguard. "Prep defences. Quiloth are trouble." The matriarch bared her claws. "We stand with you, Chosen." Marines saluted, ready. Holt's implant pulsed. More data, a relay shield strong enough to repel fleets. "Let's give 'em a show," he said, activating it. The vault hummed, a shield dome forming over Zynar Prime. Quinn gasped. "You're rewriting diplomacy." Holt shrugged. "Just keeping the peace." Could he negotiate with allies and fend off rogues, or would the heart ignite a galactic war? The Zenari vault glowed, its Storm Network shield dome shimmering over Zynar Prime. Caleb Holt, now Lieutenant Holt, stood at the console, his flight implant humming with ancient data. The holo display tracked 3 alien fleets, Dravix negotiating, Gorvani observing, but Quiloth charging, weapons primed. Diplomat Quinn's tablet buzzed with fleet updates. "Caleb, the Quiloth aren't talking. They want the heart." Holt's vibroaxe rested nearby, a reminder of the arena. "Then they'll learn it's not for grabs," he said. The matriarch's silver mane flared. "Storm Chosen your shield holds, but war looms." His implant flashed, visions of human-like ancients forging the network for unity, not conquest. "We talk first, fight second," Holt said. He activated the console's beacon, broadcasting, "The heart's neutral. Ally with us or face the shield." The Dravix hailed, their commander's voice raspy. "We accept terms. Shared access, no weapons." Gorvani followed, cautious but willing. The Quiloth fired, pulses glancing off the dome. Quinn winced. "They're testing us." Holt's implant offered a counter. Pulse the shield to disable their ships. Non-lethal, he muttered, triggering it. A wave surged, stalling Quilloth engines. Their commander hailed, furious. "Human, yield the heart!" Holt leaned into the comm. "It's not mine to give. Join the table or limp home." The matriarch growled approval. "Spoken true." The Quilloth hesitated, then signaled ceasefire. Quinn exhaled. "You did it. Diplomacy by shield." The advisor, fully humbled, bowed. The ancients chose well. Holt's implant calmed, but new data emerged, more relays, hidden across galaxies, waking up. "This isn't over," he said. "The network's bigger than Zynar." The TSS Vanguard relayed. "Lieutenant Holt, you're to lead a joint task force, Zanari, Dravix, Gavani, to secure the relays." Holt rubbed his neck. "From pilot to galactic babysitter." The matriarch clasped his shoulder. "You are more, Storm Chosen." Quinn smiled. "Humanity's not just a newcomer anymore." Holt gazed at the hollow, the network's nodes pulsing like stars. His arena stand, facing beasts that knelt, had shifted the galaxy's gaze. Humanity, once underestimated, now held the key to an ancient legacy. "Guess I'm not dodging claws anymore," he said, smirking. The cosmos watched, and for once, it saw humans as more than prey. #HFY Sci-Fi Story.